All right, we are here, man. What's good, State?
Yo,
You had some trouble in the delivery room, huh?
Nah, not the delivery. Nah, it was just busy just today, so that's on me. I apologize.
Yeah, as you can see, May 4th was looking for you. Julie Tran was here. Got LaTrell Sprewell is here. Robert Parra. Julie Tran.
What's up, man?
He said we were running on Sim time. Sim is always late, man. Like, not always late, but he'd give you like 10, 15 minutes late.
Yo, my fault, bro. It was wild busy today. But yeah, man. What's up, bro? How you feeling?
Chilling.
When I hit you up for this particular pod, I said, freestyle whatever's on your mind. And mostly about Kevin Knox and Mitch Robinson. So what do you want to start with first?
Whatever your heart desires, man. What do you feel like getting into? Because, not for nothing, man, I've been drinking, everybody knows I like Michelob Ultra, man. So I've already been drinking already. So you're a little late, man. So I already started the party, man. You know what I'm saying? So, well, let's get into it like this, man. We started, you sent me this because I didn't see it earlier on your timeline, man. I happened to look at the timeline before, before we started. Man, you post a lot of shit. Post a lot of stuff on Twitter, man. But like you posted this, I guess this is from Instagram, where Kevin Knox he posts everything comes to light eventually. What the fuck? What the fuck is that supposed to be, man? These damn kids with the freaking subliminals all the time, man.
So you want me to be that? You want me to be honest with you?
Sure.
I thought about that for like the past 10 minutes. And I kind of knew that was what you was going to start off with. Mm-hmm. And I still don't have the answer because it could mean a lot of things, right? We could go at this three ways, right? Like, it could look like he trying to get out of here. or it's looking like just, I don't know. It just looks funny. Like, it looks like he's talking about somebody. It looks personal. So when players post things like that, it's like, or maybe I'm reading into it too much.
But I mean, we're talking about a dude that don't play. So what could it be? You know what I'm saying? It would have more weight if he played. Like, let's say if it was Julius Randle, so the things would come to light. Like, oh shit, what the fuck is going on? But Kevin Knox don't play. You know what I'm saying? And he's in the middle of every single Knicks trade rumor and whatever, man. So it's kind of cryptic, but it's like cryptic, but he don't do nothing for us. At least not yet.
Yeah, it says everything comes to light eventually. And this is for context. Like, he didn't play all last season, right? And he played, Tibbs played Bullock and Burks in front of him. They both played better than him last season. Granted, understand. Right? Mm-hmm. I can't be mad at that. Like, you're trying to win at the end of the day. And if you're not earning your minutes, you're not earning your minutes. And I'm glad you put this picture up so people could get a look at this. But he's shooting 37%. Like, he's never shot 40% from the field. Doesn't show that he has handy. The video that I put up, that looked like he had handy. And that video, it showed that his handle got tighter, but it's like he never shows it on the court. Doesn't play with fire. Backdoor cuts every time. But I love the kid and I try to support him. So I always try to put out positive stuff about him. But a post like that, sometimes you just gotta read into it. I don't know, that's just me. It just looked, everything comes to light. But he probably being dealt. I don't know, he probably staying here. That just looked a little funny.
Well, what I think, I had made a joke a little earlier about his waves. Maybe the waves are coming. You know what I'm saying? Things that come to the light as soon as he take off that do-rag. Maybe he's talking about the waves. The light hitting the waves. What do you think is going on underneath that do-rag? You think he got braids or something like that?
I don't know, man. As long as he ain't got what he had last year, because he got to come back with a whole new like fire in his belly if he's here next season.
Yeah.
I
Well,
know
well,
I've
check
been.
check this out, man. Like, you see the stat in the middle is 2 point percentage. Like, we don't shoot twos in the NBA, right? Everybody just focuses on the 3 point percentage, right? But if you're a good player, to me, I always look at this. If you could shoot 2 point percentage shots at a high clip, then you're a decent player. 38% for his career is not good, man. So just for shits and giggles, I'll do this to you. This is I'm only mentioning him because he's one of the guys that's on everybody's lips right now. Pause, which is Mr. Kelly Oubre. So I'll just post Kelly Oubre's same stats, and as soon as it pops up, you'll see the same thing down here at the 2 point percentage. It's a lot higher. You're talking about 49%, 52. 53, 56 for his career. He's shooting 50% from 2 point range. So I mean, he's a decent scorer. That means that he's going to be able to score if you gave him the ball. He'll be able to make a layup. He'll be able to drive. These different things like that. So that's kind of when I look at when I see small forwards or anybody in the NBA. If you could score from the two, then you're a good player.
It's tough. Like I don't want to see Knox traded, and I know if you could pull up Kelly Oubre stats, Kelly Oubre is a guy, who's looking for 20 million a year. That's probably his agent just putting that out there for people to talk. But he plays with fire in his belt. I'm just gonna have to call it what it is. And Kelly Oubre is aggressive, going to the hoop, he's trying to dunk on everybody, and he's kind of good on defense. He's about 6'7". Him and RJ Barrett can be used. The only thing, being a guy like Kelly Oubre, and in mind, this is the thought process, right? Let's say we get Kelly Oubre. I would say the Knicks are trying to trade up for him. So probably Knox would be in that trade. Both first round picks would be in that trade. And they'll try to move up, get a one of their choice, probably James Bouknight or Jalen Johnson, one of those guys. And then you start Oubre. Just replace Reggie Bullock and Burks. Well, not necessarily Burks, because we're gonna look to have to get some bench scoring. But you understand the gist of what I'm saying. Like you start Kelly Oubre, you got somebody behind him. I think I would like a vet behind him. And it's tough, bro. I don't know, it's tough. It's all on that.
Kelly Oubre, not for nothing, he's been in the NBA since he was 20. He got decent experience in the NBA. He got 5 years. What is this? 5 years experience in the NBA. So he's a veteran himself. Same thing with Kevin Knox. Kevin Knox is approaching his 4th year in the NBA. So you can start talking about him like he's a veteran in the NBA too.
Yeah. It comes up when the training wheels got to come off. So
yeah,
I don't know. To that picture, Kelly Oubre rumors. Like for me, Kelly Oubre, I only want him if you get a nice young point guard. I can understand like Kelly Oubre next to Lonzo, next to RJ. Like I could see the fit. You know what I'm saying? Now, Oubre with Lowry or one of the vet, I need a squad I could grow with, and also it can be tradable assets. That's the main thing.
Yeah. Well, I mean, this guy Serverings, he's talking about Knox is only 22. Like to me that annoys me because I just put up his stats. He's only 22. Everybody has a chance to grow. Even say like a guy like Marcus Morris. Nobody knew that he was going to put up 17 points a game, be a go-to scorer with the Knicks that 1 year. At 31 years old, nobody thought that he would give us that type of a season. When we signed him, we expected him just to be like, just to be a filling guy because Knox, be somebody that could teach Knox how to play. That's what everybody was thinking. But he ended up being a go-to guy for us. You know what I'm saying? So, you're always going to have that chance to shine. Shout out to this dude. His name was Mike James back in the days. He was a backup on Detroit. And then he went to Toronto and scored 20 points a game in Toronto. Then he never did it again in his whole career. You know what I'm saying? So, things happen. Guys get flashes of light and they can play well. whatever. So Knox, he's 22. He has his whole career ahead of him. But you got to call. I hate saying that, but you got to call like a spade a spade. If the guy hasn't done it, hasn't shown you any reason that he's going to do that, then you got to just cut your losses, kind of. Like you mentioned Kevin Knox. Like let's say if he was to sign a small forward, whatever, you would trade Kevin Knox to try to move up in the draft to get somebody. Who did you mention? You mentioned Book Knight.
I don't know. It's a couple guys, but I'll probably do it for both. Nah, I think I will. I'll do it for him. Jalen Johnson, probably, but I think he's going for. I think Devion Mitchell going for probably. Just due to age.
Yeah.
It's a couple guys.
I see Bodega. He threw Diallo out there. We talked about Diallo a lot.
Yeah, I like Homie, but I still would like to trade up and at least get a guy that's on a 4-year rookie deal, because those is important. Those is important. We need those.
All right, so if
deal, and then once you get a 4-year rookie deal, depending on the salary, right? You could probably sign Oubre for like $15 million, 2-3 years or something like that. But you still got to get a point guard. Everything just come back to that point.
But the thing with the point guards is that we kind of have a lot of guards on the team already. I hear people talking about like people starting to get the whole thing where they're okay with keeping the guys that we have. Let's say if we was to re-sign Rolls, we still got Quickley, and then we got Luka. So guys are starting to come on to that fact based on those videos that Luka put out. And what they put out on Luka playing really well as the point guard. So then the other thing is to get a fourth guard, to develop. You know what I'm saying? Like, are you in on that? Just getting a third guy to develop, because I think that's carrying too many point guards.
Because you know what it is, situation. If Tibbs already done put a couple guys situation this year, so I expect a couple of guys next year to be situational. I expect for him to follow with his tradition. So if we did it this year, make sure you do it next year. But see, next year, I don't want mainly just for me. Quickley and Obi. I understand Quickley got 19 minutes in the playoffs. And I understand Obi. I don't know how much he got in the playoffs. Probably 15 minutes. I don't know. But you cannot have them guys playing that little amount of minutes next season. Like, no, that's not possible. You have to play these guys, and it also saves Randle. He played 200 more minutes next to the next NBA player, bro. 200 more minutes. How many games is that?
Yeah, it's a lot, man. Thibodeau likes his workhorse and stuff, but at the same time, he likes guys with experience. So Quickley now has that experience. He played decent or whatever, and then also too looking just from a money standpoint. Like why would we invest time and money on a point guard if you're going to bring back a whole bunch of these guys? I guess we will hope to bring Bros back. I don't know what his price tag is going to be, but to trade to get a point guard. I'm not really but not really trade, but just to draft. I'm okay, I guess, with drafting a point guard. But I mean, we definitely need to do something with that wing spot, and that's the first thing Tom Thibodeau said. Tom Thibodeau said that we need wings. So Kevin Knox has value. Like my man said, he's 22. He can still grow or whatever. But I'm looking at like just basic stuff, like those that shooting percentage is no good, man. Like he can shoot that. He can shoot the three, but there's a whole game that you got to be able to play. If he can't hit the three, then he has to be a threat to do something else. That's the difference with everybody that's on Phoenix, the Mikal Bridges and the other guy, Chris Johnson and stuff. If they don't shoot the three, because they're 3-and-D guys. Yeah, if these guys can't shoot the three, they definitely can make something happen, putting the ball on the floor and be a threat scoring the basketball. You know what I'm saying? That's the one thing that Kevin Knox doesn't have. So with that 2-point percentage stat, Mikal Bridges, I didn't put it up here, but Mikal Bridges, his 2-point percentage, if I'm not mistaken, is like 60%. You know what I'm saying? Let me actually pull it up just to be sure. But Mikal Bridges is actually pretty good from 2-point range.
So
So
Mikal
like,
Bridges, yes. Yeah. Hold on, let me make sure. Yeah. Wow. That's extremely impressive. 54% from the field.
well, 64% from the 2 point range. You know, so I mean that means if he doesn't get the three, he can fake it, maybe make a dribble move, and he could score.
Mhm.
Something is happening there because he's playing starters minutes. Something is happening there. If he can't get that three, he's gonna like if the layup is there, he's able to finish at the basket or maybe get in between. I don't really follow his game too much, but that stat alone just shows me that he has a little bit of skill in outside of shooting threes. Outside of shooting threes and dunking. You know what I'm saying? So
You,
that
you,
really that sticks out to me, man.
you know what's crazy about Mikal, and I give him all props in the world. He's in the NBA Finals. I've been watching him all playoff, and I've been extremely impressed with his development. Um, he does not look like the same player from 3 years ago, and he's averaging 13.5 points per game on the regular season, 54% shooting. The playoffs, his defense has been stellar every game. He's just everything you would want, like Knox to be in a player where he fits his role and he does it very well.
Yeah.
Now, it's not to say that, because Knox in his rookie year, what did he average? 13, 24 points per game, something like that. So Knox shown he's capable of doing it. You
Well, that first
what?
year he averaged 12.8, 5 rebounds, 1 assist.
Mhm.
38% from 2 point range, 34% from three, overall 37% from the field. But also who was his coach? You know what I'm saying? And what was happening during that time?
Yeah,
That all comes into account too. And
I think
expectations too. His first year, the team was terrible, so he had a chance to play. There was nobody else.
you know I feel bad for Knox. Um, we saddled Knox with a coach who just didn't know what he was doing. And I remember during the 9 game win streak when I was defending Fizdale. And when I was out on Fizdale, bro, he had the audacity to start Kevin Knox at shooting guard. That was,
He's an idiot, bro. He's this like can't be understated. He's a freaking idiot.
like, once he did that, I said, yo, I, I'm I'm good with this guy. You know, I don't even want to see Kevin Knox. Yeah, I mean, not even Kevin Knox. David Fizdale no more. So David Fizdale, he gets fired, and then they bring in Mike Miller. Mike Miller has the audacity to start Mo Harkless after the All-Star break, knowing we not going nowhere, we're not going to the playoffs. So it's like a part of it is the Knicks' fault, but part of it is Kevin Knox's fault because you gotta have that fire in your belly, bro. Like you can't just get these minutes. You gotta play some stellar defense. Like the one thing that always stuck with me with Thibodeau, he said you don't have to shoot well to play well.
Right.
And when you don't have to, that just basically means if you're not shooting well, do something else on the floor to affect the game. You know, prime example, bro. Jay Crowder had 0 points. He was a plus 19, bro. But when you're watching the game, his 0 points did not impact the score at all.
He
It's
looked like he scored. Right. It looked like he scored the way he was playing.
hey, he- he's gonna have to do something, man. Um, but
Is it? Yeah. You get ball being able to just look like he's going to do something. At least that's the least that he can do. But when Kevin Knox is out there, it's like he's just waiting, like he's just doing what they told him to do.
agreed.
There's nothing, there's no energy in his game. Showing that he's gonna be a threat to do something. It's all like just like, okay, well they told me to go to the corner, so I'm just gonna go to the corner. There's no improvisation to his game. And that's the difference between some of these other guys. These other guys, they have that spark where if they're gonna get a shot, they're gonna just make that. They just have it in themselves to be better than what someone's telling them that they are. That's the difference between somebody like Knox and somebody like like any of these guys that we mentioned, even like a Chris Johnson.
It's crazy because you want to root for him, right? And then you look at all the prospects that was picked around him. So, they give me Colin Sexton. Colin Sexton was picked right before now. We got SGA, Shea Gilgeous-Alexander. The dude averaged 24 points, 51% from the field, 4.7 rebounds, 5.9 assists last season, and 33 minutes per game. Well, 34. You round it up. It's stuff like that where fans get mad. Like, maybe that was a draft blunder. But I can't take back the pick because at the end of the day, I got RJ back. And maybe you have to go through, all right, you got to take the shot because the draft is a crapshoot. So you got to take the shot. It's like rolling dice. You got to roll dice. Roll dice. All right, you aced out 1, 2, 3. All right, roll the dice again. Oh, you 4, 5, 6. Like, you keep rolling the dice, and then you get a guy like RJ back. You get a gem like Mitchell Robinson in the second round. You get a gem like Immanuel Quickley, 25th pick. So, it's a lot of draft winners. Like, you pick Iggy Brasdingas before Terrence Mann, Scott Perry. Like, I didn't forget about that.
Right.
And at the end of the day, I don't want to hate the kid. I want to see him successful, but I don't really think that's going to be in New York. Just go for what happened last season, and then just me finally just saying on it past few weeks, I'm like, we both human, right? I'm gonna sit there, dog, and I'm not gonna play a season, and then next season, I'm in influx. Like, I don't know if I'm going to get minutes or not, right? Probably going 1 out because I'm going to want to go somewhere where I play.
Well, here's the thing. Like let's say, we both working. You're working right now. I was working earlier today. So like for me, I work with a team of guys every day. I work with good guys that have good work ethic sometimes, and a lot of times I work with guys that have no work ethic. You know what I'm saying? And then a lot of times I work with guys that don't know what the hell they're doing. So in order to get the job done, somebody got to step up to the plate and make something happen. Everybody can't be an idiot. So we all there. We all on the court per se. We in the field doing what we're doing. But in order to get it done, somebody got to take the initiative, take the lead, whatever. Whether or not you're supposed to be in charge or not. If you want the job if you want the day to go well, somebody needs to do something. So that's my analogy with Kevin Knox. Everybody keeps talking about his age, talking about his experience. This is just from where I'm speaking from. You know what I'm saying? Because I was 20, 22 and stuff at one point too. But I had a kid during that time. I was living with somebody at the time. If you want things to happen, if you want things to work out or whatever, you have to step up to the plate and just take care of it. Because nobody cares if you're 22 or 32 or whatever. People look old, people look young, but they only care about what you do at the moment. So like Kevin Knox can be good in the future, but in the real world, it just doesn't work that way. Every year somebody comes in and draft. Like right now, we're talking about Book Knight and all these different guys that are coming in the draft. All these guys are coming in. There's a whole new crop of players coming in. So Kevin Knox, if he wants to be in this NBA, he's every year, every day, he has somebody else to worry about to come into this team. Right now, the Knicks already said that we're looking for wings. If we sign Kelly Oubre, then Knox has nothing. Even RJ Barrett could slide over to the 3 sometimes. Depending on what we do, maybe even Obi Toppin might play, and maybe we could slide Julius Randle to the 3. At this time right now, we got guys on the roster that's going to push Kevin Knox out of here. But I'm saying the only thing you heard me say was Randle sliding to the 3. That's the only thing you heard me say.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That there's guys on the roster that are already on the team that could push Kevin Knox out of the equation. And that has nothing to do with anybody but Kevin Knox.
Correct. And you know, to be honest, when you look at all the free agents, probably damn, probably Julius Randle was probably the only free agent I've probably seen in my lifetime. No, and Carmelo Anthony, Tyson Chandler. Who else was an all-star? David Lee. No, but he was drafted. He drafted him. He didn't trade. No, he didn't trade for him. He was, trade for him. We didn't get him in free agency. Was there any free agents that you could think of in the past, like 30 years that's been an all-star for the Knicks? Who came in a free agent? Just so at the time I have right now, it's kind of blurry, but I think Julius Randle from me is probably the only one that actually produced. He ain't getting no trouble. He ain't get no drama with the media. You know, is there anybody you could think of?
Well, if you're talking about 30 years, we were losing like the last 20, so that takes up a lot of guys. You know, free agency. I think did Amari make the All-Star game?
Yes.
Before that, we haven't won much, and then I guess you want to say Sprewell, right? Yes. Sprewell made the All-Star game. As a free agent, I don't think Oakley was a free agent. But I think Starks was a free agent, right? Starks became an All-Star. Oakley was traded though. Oakley was traded for Cartwright. But I mean, you know, throughout the course of the history, you know, you're not really gonna get, you know, you're not really gonna trade for guys that you know. It's like that's like a rarity, you know, rarity to happen. You know, it's not really easy to win in this league, man. You know, the Knicks are not the only team that was really bad. You got Sacramento was bad for a lot of years. Phoenix, Atlanta, a lot of different teams were really bad for a lot of years. So you know, it's hard to acquire guys that are going to become all-star players because you're only really talking about like what 24 guys out of 30 teams, you know, plus you know 500 something players or whatever the hell, you know. So it's like it's a privilege really, all that stuff, you know.
And,
Or Marbury, but Marbury was on the on Jersey when he's in the All-Star game.
See, Knicks don't got a in the last 20 years. And me watching the Knicks, I know if I put 30 years, then you can. I'm putting 90s, and the 90s Knicks is sound like a lot of OG Knicks fans are good. Like me, I could have I watched it, but it's all blurry. It's OG Knicks fans. I'm talking about like 50 years old enough, 45 years old enough. Like they watched everything, like so they know what a decade of consistent winning looks like. Me on out there.
Oh, Allen Houston. Forgot about Allen Houston.
Allen Houston, yes. Sheesh. I think we've had since 2000, the year 2000. I think we've had.
But to put that in context too, the Knicks were winning at the time. You know,
Yes.
when the Knicks are winning, then you can add the All-Star because you want to talk about Sprewell and Houston. Those are guys that we signed that became All-Stars. We also had guys that went on to be All-Stars later on. I think Anthony Mason became an All-Star after he left the Knicks. If I'm not mistaken, I think Camby. I'm not sure. I don't think Camby made the All-Star team. You know, maybe it might have been close. But Kenyon Martin made the All-Stars team once with the Nets. You know, so you know we what else? X-Men. If I'm not mistaken, X-Men might have made an All-Star team. I'm not really sure if he did or not. But we've had good guys throughout the years. I mean, you know, we get them at different stages of their career. But as you build a team, you're gonna end up getting guys like a Derrick Rose. You know, Derrick Rose is a guy that used to be MVP, used to be an All-Star. Now he's here. Just the skill level is gonna be coming up as we start to build this team up. You know.
So I'm looking at a website, right? And it said the Knicks top 5 free agent signings. It was crazy. Like they put J.R. Smith, they put Anthony Mason, you know, R.I.P. to Mace. They got Jason Kidd. Well, that signing was important for those who enjoyed the 2012-2013 season. For those who enjoyed that, you know, Jason Kidd was very from, you know, that season. That's
Yeah. You might have to turn towards the mic though. I'm not sure if the guys can hear you too good.
There you go. But like I was saying, Anthony Mason, J.R. Smith, Jason Kidd, this website that I'm on, Allen Houston, John Starks, like you said, Julius Randle. Now, Julius Randle's probably the only one who looked like he can consistently give us production, if you know what I mean. Because those previous signings, a lot of those guys, they got injured. God forbid, let me knock on wood, a lot of those guys got injured. So, like the Allen Houstons of the world, Steve Rhodes, everything they could do with him, Stephon Marbury, stuff went crazy. Like Julius Randle hasn't been in no problems. Like he's clean slate, and he's never hurt. God forbid, he's never hurt. He always come to play. He plays hard. So I don't expect for him to, be on no downside. Nah, he can continue to get better. He's fine with me. But the Knicks gotta not focus on free agency. Like I would like for them to build organically. We got 4 guys that can produce. I know we got 4 guys that can produce. And those 4 guys: RJ Barrett, Obi Toppin, Manny Quickley, Mitch Robinson.
Who's that 5th guy though? You got to put 5 guys out there.
Julius Randle. Julius Randle is automatically going to be in the rotation next year. So I just threw 4 guys that's automatically going to be in the rotation next year.
Yeah, but we need that 5th guy though.
It's tough.
Yeah, it's tough.
It's tough because what route you want to take? Like, do you want to sign? Do you want to sign Kyle Lowry to a 2-year deal? Do you want to re-sign Derrick Rose? See, for me, it's like, why would you re-sign Derrick Rose and re-sign like another vet point guard? You know what I'm saying? Like, why wouldn't you go for somebody who's young and we could save Derrick Rose for the playoffs?
I get it. We got Quickley and Luka. I would rather see those guys, take on a larger role this year. Take a big role on this team. But we have a big hole at the small forward spot, so we're gonna have to do something with that. I don't really see anybody in the draft that anybody's like going for. As far as small forwards are concerned, everyone that's talking about draft, they're talking about like little guys. Book Night, they're talking about whatever other point guards that are out there. As far as small forwards is concerned, you're gonna have to pay for one. So like nobody wants to trade. That's another thing too that annoys me about the whole conversation. Nobody wants to trade. Nobody wants to spend money. But we do have a glaring hole to fill, and we can't fill it internally because like I can't see Kevin Knox becoming a guy that you can get the ball to and he's going to do something because he hasn't done nothing yet in 3 years, regardless of who gave an opportunity. Like you can't give Kevin Knox the ball and say, get me a bucket. Say if the shot clock runs down, you can't, count on him to create offense or do anything, especially for himself. So that's a glaring hole. So we definitely got to do something with that.
Sell me on DeMar DeRozan.
DeMar DeRozan?
I put you on the spot because you.
Well,
I remember I hit you up earlier. I said because I said no, but sell me on DeMar DeRozan.
Well, the thing with DeMar DeRozan is that he's a bucket. He can score, and also too he's an assist man. He can handle the ball as well. So if you get DeMar DeRozan, you got to slide RJ to the 3, and you got to play that route. And then by getting DeRozan, you take the ball out of Julius Randle's hands a lot, and you're gonna have to have him as a facilitator. Now, what are you gonna do with the point guard spot? Do you upgrade quickly to play next to DeRozan, or do you try to bring Lowry in here to play with him in the backcourt? It could work because you got Julius Randle. He's a proven guy that could play. RJ Barrett's a proven guy that could play. We're gonna talk about Mitch Robinson at some point in the show. But DeRozan, and then Lowry, you actually have a decent team there. Not saying that we're going to win the championship or anything like that, but we'll have a team that's good enough to bang with certain guys, and then we're going to get that through our the money that we have. You know what I'm saying? So if we do that, I wouldn't necessarily like it, but it's like at least I can see. Okay, listen, now we can function a little bit. Those times where we couldn't get a bucket, DeRozan's going to get a bucket. You know what I'm saying? He's going to be able to break down the defense and score. Basically when he wants to, especially if RJ's there and Julius Randle and then whoever we get to play, point guard, he's going to be open. So there'll be plenty of opportunities for him to score if he was to bring him in here. But if somebody said that you got to play DeRozan at the 3 and RJ at the 2, whatever. Like whatever floats your boat, because like if you look at RJ never in his life averaged 5, 6, 7 assists. DeRozan has averaged 5, 6, 7 assists. You know what I'm saying? DeRozan has actually made an All-Star team playing shooting guard. RJ's never played never made an All-Star team playing shooting guard. Also too, RJ's a power guy and DeRozan's a guy that ball handles. You know what I'm saying? So like if you want to put him at the 3 or the 2, it's up to you. I think it really depends on the matchups. If you have the 2 and the 3, it's really like matches. But DeRozan can actually handle the point guard duties. RJ Barrett can't handle the point guard duties. So that's why I lean towards him being a 2. DeRozan, I'm talking about.
So, what you're telling me is, yeah, see. And he's right? Seven rings is right. Like that's where you get me at, because DeMar doesn't space the floor. So if I have the only way you can fit DeMar DeRozan in your starting 5 is if your center has to space the floor.
But you got 4 other guys. You got 3 other guys on the squad that can space the floor. You got Julius Randle, a power forward that can shoot threes. You got RJ, and then you got whoever's playing point guard. So, somebody got to be a rim protector, or somebody got to be a rim runner.
But see, see a guy like DeMar, you don't want him without a big who could space the floor. It's a rough fit, bro. It's a tough fit.
All right, so then go get a guy that can space the floor.
Yeah.
Who's that?
Who's the guy you want to space the floor? I'm trying to get you to sell me on this DeMar DeRozan thing. Like I'm trying to be fair. I'm trying to be objective to my opinion, because I hate his fit next to RJ Barrett. Like I dislike it.
I don't like it either. He can't shoot the 3, but I mean the guy scores 20 points a game for his career. For the big majority of his career, he's not a bum. People talk about DeRozan like he's a bum.
He's not. He's not a bum. He's not a bum.
But his Severance is on the same page as you. Give me a 3-point shooting big. But okay, cool. So name that guy. You know what I'm saying? If you say that if you get DeRozan, you got to get a 3-point shooting big. So who is that guy?
I don't want to say no names because I ain't gonna get crucified tonight.
What's the name? Olenek. Olenek is one. He shoots a 3. I don't know how much Olenek is gonna want. But who else can you think of? Bobby Portis. Like you want to bring Bobby Portis in here? Who else out there is worthy of even putting in a conversation to be your starting center that could shoot a 3 out there that's a free agent or somebody that we could trade for?
Now, it's crazy how DeMar DeRozan improved his game every year. He only shot the ball 15 times a game last season. Wow. His field goal percentage was 51%, well, basically 52%. His free throw percentage was 88%. I believe that's best in his career. That's very impressive. 4.2 rebounds, but the 6.9 assists is the one thing that we spoke about, his playmaking ability. But the reason why, in today's NBA, looking at that center spot, if he's my 3, for me personally, I would want a big who can space the floor from three because you're gonna clog the paint now. Now today's NBA, you play 4 out, 1 in. You know, you need spacing. If you had a 3-point shooting big, you know, you could definitely run DeMar. It's for DeMar DeRozan. Your center has to be able to shoot threes. He has to rim protect him. But your point guard, who you have, he gotta be a bulldog on defense. I like Kyle Lowry. Yeah, I wish we could get Kyle. Well, I'm just being greedy. I'm one of those guys. We go big or we go home. Like why we can't get both? Well, it's just a thought. I mean, this is the reason why you will want a guy like Julius Randle going to Team USA. And I sat and thought about that too. Because you see the interviewers, and they talk. I think they talked to Bradley Beal, and Bradley Beal basically said, our players. Well, they actually, our players is going to team up. Like players going to team up. Like I don't talk about teaming up. And Bradley Beal said, there'll probably be a lot of talk. Regular NBA talk, but they're going to talk about playing. The Olympics. Every time the Olympics happen, a couple of his players always find ways to play with each other. And I wish Julius Randle just had that experience, and then he could really, talk to guys on the inside. But we still got Immanuel Quickley and Obi Toppin and the USA, the USA selecting. So they could probably recruit if they, they practicing against the USA team members. But some of them could look at them like, y'all like that dude though. Quickly dude, he all right. Quickly show out on them. Just thinking hypothetically. Like, Obi show out, he cool. Wait, he playing defense. He shooting the ball. Quickly shooting the ball. All right. We see what the Knicks working with. See what they talking about. We'll probably, let's see what they do. Let's see if they hold on to their cap space. Now, the NBA is a dark place, bro. I think I was reading, and I want to refer to you on this subject. I was reading an article where the Raptors had an under-the-table deal, and they got their draft pick stripped, if I'm not mistaken. I'm back in the days, and where a guy was going to sign for $5 million a year for like 3 years. I think it was them or the Timberwolves. Somebody.
Might have been the Timberwolves. I think that was what's the guy? He was like the number 1 pick, I think, for Golden State. Can't think of his name right now. Yeah, man, State. Everybody is mentioning that you're talking low tonight.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you're like low tonight for some reason.
Bro, they work me like a dog. My bad.
I got you. I know you can't really go crazy sometimes,
Yeah, I'm my fault, people.
No, it was Joe Smith. Joe Smith was the guy that he's talking about. Joe Smith, back in the days, they tried to sign him to like a contract or whatever, and then they ended up getting fined by the NBA. They stole their draft picks for a couple years. That was like a stupid thing. They did that. It's probably one of the reasons why Kevin Garnett left from that team.
Bro, and the thing about it that messed up their rebuild, because now you have no first round picks. You got a guy like Kevin Garnett on your roster, and you can't really build. Those years that he was on the roster, I think they got like 4 first round picks compensated for that.
Yeah,
like 4, was it 4? I think it was 4 or 5. Somebody fact check me. I'll go look right now. But.
Yo, I'm glad you mentioned Joe Smith because Joe Smith was a guy that he actually played good his first year, and then every year after that he played. I'm not looking at the stats now, but just from off the top of the head, he ended up in Minnesota and actually regressed every single year. And then they did that behind the back deal for no reason. For a guy that was like going backwards, he was like Benjamin Button in the NBA. So I just didn't really understand that. See, these are things that people forget. The history of the NBA, they always want to remember everything bad that Knicks did. But I mean, there's so many other different things that just happened in this league especially the Timberwolves. You know, you want to talk about the Knicks didn't get Stephen Curry. It's not because of the Knicks or because the Knicks didn't tank or whatever they didn't do. Minnesota drafted 2 point guards in the top 7. What the fuck? You know what I'm saying? They messed up the whole damn draft because the Knicks thought they were going to get Johnny Flynn or what's the name, Rubio or Steph. It was one of those 3. You know, we couldn't get either one of them, so that messed up the whole draft for us that year. It's crazy. You know, and it connects with Knox too, man, because Knox, he scored 12 points a game that first year, and then every year after, it seemed like he's just getting worse and worse. You know, like the guy said, he's 22. He has a chance to get better, man. So it is what it is.
So for the Knicks, and see, this is why I'm still mad at the Knicks to this day. I'm still mad at them a decade later, dog. I'm mad at them, and I'm mad at the fact that they never traded up to get Steph Curry. You're the number 1 market. How you don't do a deal like that? It's in your lap.
But you got to remember Don Nelson too. Don Nelson was in Golden State. He wasn't gonna the way that he is, he wasn't gonna get rid of Steph. You know, Don Nelson is
traded with the Wolves. You could have got something done with the Wolves, bro. I'm pretty sure their management was that trash to where we could have got a trade with them.
You see the GM? The GM was David Kahn. That guy's a freaking space cadet. I think he has like a restraining order in the front from the Timberwolves. He can't like be anywhere near the Minnesota arena for like 1,000 feet or something like that. So they treated him like a sex offender over there in freaking Minnesota. David Kahn was a freaking idiot, man. Worse than Scott Layden, worse than Isaiah, like the worst GM of all time, probably.
Worst GM of all time. Yeah, that's an all-time blunder.
Yeah,
that's an all-time blunder. When you draft 2 players before that, a certain player, like, and both of them, maybe Rubio cool. He ain't no 2-time MVP, 3-time NBA champion, Steph Curry. That's a blunder, a big blunder that the Knicks cannot do no more.
Yeah.
They have to trade up. Man. They have to trade up. They owe it to us. Like, even with Knox, like, what was Scott Perry's mindset with him the past 2 years? Like, what was he thinking about, when he was drafting Knox? Was he going to play him the first year and not play him the second year? I'm confused with Knox. I'm not confused because he ain't played with no heart. But, I'm trying to be objective with that. But
they say that he killed the workout. It was supposed to have been Mikal. Mikal Bridges and Miles Bridges, they both were there at the workout and now supposedly bust their ass. So they were like, blown away, by him, by his family, and just by the, they were just blown away in the workout. So, I could stand by that. If he did well in the workout that he had with the Knicks, and the Knicks were said, okay, this is gonna be our guy, then you gotta just take it for what it is, And there was potential too. He's young.
See, Kevin Knox too. I want to talk about a guy real quick since you went right back to that topic. Michael Porter Jr. And dude averaged 19 points per game. And he was 6'10". You heard the stories about his back. In the Knicks history, they wasn't good with prospects like that. And the dude just shot 54% from the floor, 45% from 3. It's 7.3 rebounds. He plays aggressive. He plays confident. Remember when, I think we was talking about it too. Remember when he called out his coach and he said, "Coach, why I can't get no more shots?"
Oh, Michael Porter?
Yes. And you like, ooh, I like a kid like that. We just got that fight in them. Like, I want the ball. Like, I'm nice. Like, give me the ball. Like, you want people like that. You want people like that. And it's crazy how the Knicks just. Another guy.
Kelly Oubre just said the same thing in the interview. I forgot what show he was on, but they asked him about money, and he was like, that he wants $20 million. He wants the opportunity to do more in his career and all sort of stuff. So he's basically saying the same thing Michael Porter Jr. said. And then if somebody that's hungry like that, maybe he might be worth giving money to. But that's the opposite. The fan base, see the smirk that you made? The whole fan base is doing the same thing. They're like, yeah, whatever. I'm not a fan of Kelly Oubre at all, but it's just that he's dangling. He's a guy. I think if we want to call it Kelly Oubre, he would be a Knick, because I don't think there's anybody out there that's willing to give him a little bit of extra money or a starting role in the NBA right now.
That's blasphemous.
I don't know about blasphemous, because he did average 18 points one year. He averaged 16 points one year.
Not for no $20 million, bro. There's no way you can sell me on that. That you can't sell me on. You can sell me on DeMar DeRozan. I'll give you that. I'll give you that all day. But
Julius Randle averaged 20 something. He averaged 2010. I forgot 2010 and 28 and 3. I guess that's what he averaged. 21 8 and 3 before he came to the Knicks, and nobody wanted to give him $20 million. He didn't get. He got 19, 18, 19, whatever. Well, people didn't want to pay him that. They were saying that he was overpaid at the time when we brought him over here. But he came in here averaging 20, 21, 8 and 3, whatever it was. And then if he followed his first year with the Knicks, 19, whatever, what was it, 19, 10, and 3, whatever. So, I mean, like,
I'll give him 20 and 10.
All right, say 20 and 10. But what's the price of 20 and 10? How much do you pay a guy that averages 20 and 10?
It depends on how he gets 20 and 10.
But 20 and 10 is 20 and 10. There's people out here that want to pay Frank Ntilikina $15 million a year, and he hasn't done anything close to that. And then they'll come and flip it on me and say, yeah, but you can't look at the box score, bro. But $15 million to $20 million is a lot of money. People want to pay Lonzo Ball $20 million, and all he does is lob passes. He doesn't even get to the basket.
I can't let you see Lonzo. I can't let you really disrespect like that. Like he's cool.
What has he done though? What has he done?
You're right, but you can't really say that about Lonzo because he's on a trajectory. He's on an upswing.
So is Kelly Oubre.
But Lonzo, come on now. Lonzo got a higher ceiling than Oubre.
That's what people say.
See, that's
I
can't debate that. It depends on who you want the ball in their hands. Oubre or Lonzo. You want Lonzo with the ball in his hands. Oubre is not known to be a passer. I think he averaged less than 2 assists for his career. So we know Lonzo can move the ball. We know Lonzo can play defense. We know Lonzo can throw alleys to Mitch. We know Lonzo can shoot the ball now. These are facts. You're not going to
But who was Lonzo's teammates though? Who was Lonzo's teammates? I know Lonzo didn't play point guard, per se, but
real quick.
Yeah.
Both coaches who played them at shooting guard got fired. Go ahead.
Yeah, but you're talking about playing Lonzo Ball as shooting guard is what made them not win, because you want to talk about Zion, all NBA kind of player, Brandon Ingram puts up numbers out of control. They got Aquaman over there. What's the name? I keep saying Drew Bledsoe, but Bledsoe was over there. They got a couple other guys too that are decent. So if you mean to tell me that they didn't win over there because Lonzo was at shooting guard?
Lonzo
they already got two. Okay.
Bro, when you start Lonzo at shooting guard next to Eric Bledsoe, when Zion and Steven Adams is a big who can't space the floor. That is such a ridiculous line. 1, 2. Lonzo plays better in the faster system. We watched it with Alvin Gentry, right? And it's like you barely see the lob passes now because he put the ball in Zion's hands. That is ridiculous to me to put the ball in Zion's hands. He's 280. You don't want that man bringing up the ball every time.
But he's nice though.
He's
nice. Brandon Ingram does the same thing.
Not the 280, bro. Not the 280. Not every time, bro. You trying to save that man.
I get that. I wouldn't do that either if I was a coach. I would definitely want to play a more up-tempo style if you're gonna have two, like all world, forwards, in Zion and Brandon Ingram. You would Stein say that you guys need to run up and down the court. They didn't play the right way, but still they have those players.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
See, Lonzo. So let me defend Lonzo real quick, right? So Lonzo, every hmm, Kyle Kuzma looked like he had all-star potential next to Lonzo. What happened when he left Lonzo?
He started winning because he got LeBron.
Yeah, but look at his numbers. He looks worse.
Because he's playing because LeBron is there.
So, but he looks worse. That's all I'm saying. Me, Zion is the type of player I would love for Lonzo to play with for like a decade if I was New Orleans, but I don't know how they think it. That's just me. And then Thibodeau is the type of guy. Me and you both said, and I want you to explain this real quick. Me and you both said Lonzo Ball is not a penetrating point guard. Me and you both said it. And we both said that Lonzo is not a tennis point guard. So, do you think it's a possibility we could get Lonzo here?
Yeah, you talked about it plenty of times. I would like Lonzo here, but I'm not thinking of Lonzo as a point guard because like if you look at if you just pull up his highlight tape, like the recent highlight tape I looked at, every single pass that they threw, Lonzo Ball was throwing just lob passes, lead passes, getting the ball off a rebound and throwing the ball over top of people's heads for layups. You know what I'm saying? How many times can you get points like that in a game? You know what I'm saying? You don't play the game off of a rebound every single time down the court. This is not going to work. Outside of that, whatever passes that he's making, it's like he's getting like superficial penetration, and then he just kicks it out to the other guy. But it's not like he's necessarily drawing attention to himself and then hitting somebody with a no look pass or nothing. Like he's just giving guys basic passes. If a guy cuts to the basket, he gives him a pass, and he's not really doing anything that's so crazy that we got to get this guy on the team. But at the same time, I do acknowledge the fact that he did improve the 3-point shot. So I mean, he would be really good playing in the same spot that New Orleans put him in. I wouldn't put him on the ball because I don't think he's a good point guard. I think that he's a guard. He's a good guard. I would start him. But if you start him, you got to put him next to somebody that can get busy. You got to start him with somebody that can get busy.
That's a fact, and it's crazy because under Alvin Gentry, they played a faster system, and he averaged 7 assists, right? And you switch to Stan Van Gundy, he plays a slower pace system, and he averaged 5.76. So we know he can run some offense.
All right.
He can play fast. But he also averaged 14.6 points per game, which was a career high. So you got to take that into account, Diehard. And he was, matter of fact, the main part too. He's 6'6". He's switchable. He averages 1.5 steals for his career. So we know he's going to get after it. On defense. But the only thing, and you hit on that subject too. You said Lonzo is the type of guy you can start him, but you want to start him next to a guy who gets busy.
Yes. Yeah, somebody that can get to the basket and make something happen. Because Lonzo Ball, you're gonna give him the ball, and he's gonna be like just kind of like smiling and shit on the side. He doesn't really create action. I'm gonna piss you off right now because I'm trying to do that. I'm trying to get your energy out. But it's the fact though. Like you mentioned that Alvin Gentry, played a faster pace, and Lonzo Ball averaged more assists, right? Shout out to Elfrid Payton, right? Because Elfrid Payton played with Mike Miller and the other jackass that we had as a coach, and he averaged Elfrid Payton averaged 10 points, same thing like this year, but also averaged 7 assists and 4.7 rebounds. Outside of him too, like we want to go to the Pelicans. For the Pelicans, he averaged 10 and 7 as well. I think is it the same coach? Was it Alvin Gentry too? It was with Alvin Gentry also. You know what I'm saying? So Alvin Gentry got Elfrid Payton to average 7 assists also. Shout out to Orlando. Orlando, he averaged 6 assists for his career in Orlando. For his career, he averaged 6.2 assists. So last year he averaged 3.2 assists because Tom Thibodeau did him the same way that Stan Van Gundy did Lonzo Ball. The only thing different is that Lonzo Ball figured out how to shoot, and Elfrid Payton didn't.
You're spot on. I can't disagree with you there. I'm so mad you did that. Why you? What was the?
See, this is my job. My job is to put a fire underneath you, man. To get your juices pumping, man.
You is wow. Everything you just said was the truth.
Yeah, I'm just reading stats.
And that's just off stats. But I test to tell you, a blind man to tell you Elfrid Payton ain't good. So
last year,
well, both years he was playing with us, he wasn't good. Just for me.
Yo, 10-7. Like, you want to talk about like the last 20 years, like who was good point guards for the Knicks? Elfrid Payton. If you put stats next to each other, Elfrid Payton will be one of the better point guards that we've had in the last 20 years.
Yo,
10-7, 10-7-4. You can't freaking argue that. You know what I'm saying? Nobody else really averaged close around there. And also Elfrid Payton got us to the playoffs as a starting point guard.
Yo, this is that's one of the most blasphemous things I've ever said. I've ever heard you say.
It's blasphemous, but it's the truth. It sounds crazy, but it's the truth.
You're a madman.
Yeah, pretty much.
Would you just? Oh my God! I was about. Oh my God! I almost said. Oh my God! Elfrid Payton was such an abomination for you to mention him. He gonna win a ring in China.
What's the other point guard that we had? That's about to get a ring with Phoenix right now. What's his name?
Who? Langston Galloway.
Yeah, Langston Galloway. They keep saying, "Oh, Langston Galloway is going to get a ring before." But Langston Galloway not even playing, man. It's like, what the hell?
I mean, at least he could get a chance to compete for a ring. I mean,
well, a chance to watch it in the best seat of the house, maybe.
I'm proud of guys like Cameron Payne. Marty Collin was the best.
Now it's getting crazy. This is like in.
Yeah, because you that statement you just said was blasphemous, bro. How you going to say Elfrid Payton 10-7? Man, he was so bad. He was so bad, bro. And it's like you wanted to like him, but he did things that just irritate you, bro.
He wasn't good, man.
Bro, he's like, you see RJ open in the corner. The man, oh my God.
He's 26 too. Bad. Elfrid Payton is he 20? No, he's 27 actually. He's 27. It looked like he lost a step. You know what I'm saying? Maybe injuries and stuff like that. Elfrid Payton is crazy, man.
Yeah, but please, Lonzo Ball, don't even compare the two. Lonzo Ball if Lonzo Ball reaches his ceiling,
if was a fifth, we'll all be drunk. That's what they say, right?
That's what we said about Julius Randle last season. Now look at him. You got people fighting me for to stop saying. You got people. All right, so you can't do that to everybody, bro.
Yeah,
don't do that to everybody, bro. Man, Lonzo Ball.
What would you pay him,
bro?
What would you pay him?
For you, huh?
What would you pay him?
After what I just seen last 2 years. Bro, I might be willing to give him 25.
God damn, $25 million?
Yo, it is that. All right, 20 million. Let's start with 20 million, 18 million. Yo, bro, you got to take it into consideration, right?
What did he do?
What can you do?
What did he do?
You want more? You want another year of just non-point guard? He could play some point guard. I'm not gonna let you just say, "Oh, you can't." You could play, mate.
Yeah.
He averaged 7 assists before, right?
Yeah.
What you gonna do? You gonna pay 30 years for I mean, 30 years. You gonna pay 30 million for Kyle Lowry? That's what you gonna do? Look,
No.
you gonna give Kyle Lowry 2 years, 25 million? You wouldn't give the younger guy that deal and just think that he would improve. You already
Well,
played with Randle. Like he
well,
played with Randle, and you seen when Randle also now they came to my brain. Randle when he left the Lakers, there's a video out with Lonzo, and he's like, "Oh, Randle, you want to become a free agent?" He's like, "Damn," and it looked like Lonzo was like they was like good teammates. Randle never talked bad about Lonzo. They played with each other already. The connection is there already. It's just the fact that is the connection there with Tom Thibodeau.
yeah. Well, we talked about it too about Tom Thibodeau getting guys that he can rein in, that he could teach. Guys that don't have that big ego. So like I said, Lonzo Ball, I'm not against it. If Lonzo Ball comes here, I'm not gonna be like, yeah, we got our point guard. Oh my God, I'm not gonna go crazy like that. But I know for a fact that we got better if we get Lonzo Ball. But
We're gonna have to bid for him. That's why I'm saying, like, think about it. We've been starving for like a franchise point guard for about 20 years, right? Now you got a chance this offseason. You got 60 million in cash space. You can't sell the fan base. You can't sell this to the fan base of where you have 60 million in cap space and you don't get us a young point guard of some sort. Like people understand this. You can still get Lonzo and still get Kyle Lowry. You get what I'm saying? It's still possible. Like, you just don't box yourself in. Like, just don't think like, oh, you get Lowry and you can re-sign Rose. Nah, think outside the box. Maybe you could offer Lonzo a deal. Maybe you could sign Kyle Lowry. I mean, the reports are saying he want a bunch of money, and he want 25 million, 2 year, 50 million. Like, just build out your roster. You never know what can happen. But they got to look at all avenues of getting a point guard, because you cannot. The 4th seed, and I really want you to talk about this. Do having the 4th seed put extra pressure on the Knicks? Because now we looking for a point guard. Now you going into offseason with 60 million in cap space. Anything less than 41 wins next season is a failure. Do you agree?
no.
So
I don't think there's any pressure really. There's always pressure. There's always a little bit of pressure to succeed. Because if you don't succeed, it looks bad. But I don't think it's pressure like that. Like where we're like, oh my God, we have to do this, or it's gonna look bad. I don't think it's like that. I just think that the Knicks are on they're on a different level. I think right now it's a different organization. So I think they expect to win themselves. You know what I'm saying? So I think they do have a plan in place. But like I think right off the bat, Lonzo Ball, it would be nice to get him. But I feel like we kind of could ignore the point guard spot again, because we just got Luka. I think Luka's gonna surprise us in this Olympics, and people are really gonna be talking about him. Once the Olympics is over. And then I kind of believe in Immanuel Quickley. People automatically say, nah, he's gonna be Lou Williams for the rest of his life. But people want to tell me that Kevin Knox is only 22. He got a lot of room to grow. But Immanuel Quickley, nah, he can't grow. He's only just going to be Lou Williams for the rest of his life. You know what I'm saying? I think that the first thing that popped on me with Immanuel Quickley is like he was leading on his first time ever playing as a Knick in the preseason. Talking to the refs, he was he won the point guard spot right off the bat. We talked about this on the last show. But I mean, like that jumped out at me at first, man. So he has that ability to do that. So in today's NBA, it's not like back in the days where guys were really like passing like that. Really just like I think Chris Paul's like the only one that really does that now. But even Chris Paul's scoring a lot now, 32 points a game. I think the last couple games he played 32 points.
Bro, in today's NBA, it's a group effort. Like, your point guard playmate, but you gotta have another playmaker. You gotta have at least 3 to 4 playmakers. I'm watching Phoenix. They got Cameron Payne, Chris Paul, Devin Booker. So those 3 is gonna get the ball. You get what I'm saying? Like, you know your offense is gonna go through those three, and then everybody is, pick your spots and you secondary creator, and you this, you that, you this, you that. But that's what the Knicks gotta find. And let's stay on that man quickly subject real quick, and then we can get into what you guys say.
Yeah.
I love Quickley. Quickley said that today, actually, you know on Twitter, Quickley was talking about his experience at the USA select team practice, and he talked about how he was picking Kevin Durant's brain, and he's going to get some work in with Kevin Durant this summer. I'm excited for that. I'm very proud of Quickley. I love the kid. I don't think he could just be a Lou Williams. I think he could be something better than that. I think he could. He's another guy like R.J. Barrett, who is scary, because if Tibbs say, I'm gonna sit you if you don't shoot 13 shots a game, because he could trust him after coaching him, his first year. Now that y'all can trust each other, now I can give you a bigger role. So you might not need Alec Burke. You might not need that type of guy, because now Quickley could be that guy. Or you say that you could start Quickley. Cool. Is Quickley working on his playmaking during that USA team mini select camp? So I would love to see the kid turn into our starting point guard. I agree with you about Luka, but just staying with Quickley real quick. What is your ceiling for him? What do you see for him 2 years from now? What you think we'll be talking about when it comes to Quickley?
Well, Immanuel Quickley, basic just like him adding stuff to his game, because right now he can get to the basket. He has a step back jump shots from everywhere. He can step back anywhere. He can pull up that floater anywhere. He needs to work on change of pace, and maybe just something other than a floater. If he can just get that in there, which is not really asking a lot. Just work with a trainer. It doesn't have to be one of the famous trainers. It could just be any trainer. Work with any trainer that works with guards, and get him another move. Just get him another move in the mix, and then he's going to be hard. I don't know how you guard him. I don't know how you guard him, man, quickly once he figures that out. Once he figures out pace and stuff, because he understands the game already. He doesn't need to understand the game. He just needs to get that extra thing.
Quickley just needs to get his ball handling skills up, IQ, playmaking, and his defense. He gotta bulk up. He gotta get stronger. He gotta get his upper body. He gotta get stronger. He can't be getting destroyed every time an opposing guard is in front of him. Like, he got destroyed in the playoffs, and I can fully understand why Thibodeau had to take him off the court. I fully understand. I was looking at Quickley, and I'm like, yo, he gotta get off the court. They keep attacking him, and I don't want to kill a guy, but at least he's getting some playoff minutes, and I respect that from Thibodeau. But it's like, my God, his defense, he got to improve his defense. That's the one major thing. Like, I hope Quickley is definitely picking Kevin Durant's brain pulse, and the rest of those players. Like, ask them questions, soak up everything. Look at the moves that they doing. Like, look at their pregame drills. He's practicing most likely against Damian Lillard, and I'm hoping that Damian Lillard, he can pull him aside too and talk to Immanuel Quickley too. You got people saying Quickley could be Damian Lillard. I can see the comparison, but we're going to have to see if R.J. Barrett playmaking has gotten better, right? And Julius Randle playmaking has gotten better. Like, now they got a couple of seasons together. Obi Toppin, now he got a season together. And if you put Quickley in the starting lineup, we know you're starting Quickley, RJ, Julius Randle. How many shots you would want Diehard for Quickley to take a game? Preferably, like, how many threes you would want him to take? For me, I'm talking like high value. I want him to shoot at least. Is 5 a game high value?
Yeah, for
Six,
nowadays, guys are shooting 7 a game. Some of these players.
6, 7.
Let me see.
Yes.
I'm gonna look at his per 36 because his per 36 stats are kind of crazy. 20 points a game,
Yes.
21 points a game. The assists are low on 3.7. Rebounds is 4.
Hmm.
You want to talk about 3 pointers? 8. If he played 36 a game, 36 minutes a game, he would have been averaging 8 attempts at three, shooting 38%. That
Just
that, that
about,
sounds
yeah.
like a lot, huh?
And yeah, yeah, yeah. His net rating was up too. He had one of the highest net ratings out of all the rookies, which is crazy. 7.1 plus per 36, and per 36 points per 36 was 21 and 2.2 points per game. Wow. And Quickly is going to be a stud. And I'm barking at people about the Lillard trade. Like, nah, man, I don't want to trade these guys like Quickly. Uh,
Here- Here's something to throw at you. Like somebody
mm,
mentioned Damian Lillard, but Jamal Murray, just last year, the season that he got hurt or whatever, he averaged 21, 4 and 4 with
yeah,
what is it, 6 attempts at three. So
yeah.
somebody like that, he doesn't have to average a lot of assists because you got. I mentioned this before too. They got the Joker over there in Denver. So Joker does a lot of the passing. So right now Julius Randle does a lot of passing. So if Immanuel quickly could come in here and just score, because we're going to be playing a little bit different, and then plus two, like it all depends on who else we bring in here. You know,
Hmm.
we
Who ideally? So let's stay on the Quickly topic. I love you, man, Quickly. Ideally, what position would you want RJ Barrett to play next to Emmanuel Quickly? And then who's a guy or bat that comes to your mind that you would want starting next to Quickly, like shooting guard or small forward?
quickly, man. You know, like I said, quickly has to develop another move. If he gets another move,
Hmm.
then he's gonna really be really good, man. So I anticipate him doing that though. Everybody gets better in the offseason. Every good player, I should say, gets better in the offseason. I mean, if you get quickly there, you're gonna need somebody that's not gonna be as like ball hungry.
Hmm.
So Lonzo Ball. You know what I'm saying? Lonzo Ball doesn't penetrate, and he's looking to make the hockey assist. He's not necessarily looking to make something happen or whatever. So if guys want Lonzo Ball, then I would get him, and then you got quickly because the quickly is not going to be a guy that you're going to be looking for him to get a lot of assists that way. So you're going to need that second guy to be able to make those passes. Because you want
So
that ball to come back to quickly because he's going to be your other scorer.
that's fact. And yo, shout outs to the chat, man. I love
They're
these
getting
sports that
busy.
y'all doing. They
The,
getting
the,
busy. I can't lie. He got me. Lonzo Ball shot 8 threes a game last season, so we know he's going to space the floor, and we already know that his 3-point percentage is on the upswing, right?
yeah.
So somebody just put a lineup, a starting lineup, right? You got Quickly, RJ, DeRozan, Randle, and Mitch. My issue with that lineup is DeMar needs a floor spacing big. I already stated this. Like any lineup with DeMar, your center has to space the floor, or it's always going to be clunky. Because DeMar is he's not looking to shoot threes. He's looking to penetrate. He's a mid-range area guy. He want to play in the pinch post just like Julius Randle. So somebody got to play the perimeter. Somebody got to play the 3-point line.
But the other guys do though. Julius Randle, he shot like 47% from three. So he's going to be out there. Julius Randle, not for nothing, he don't really get the ball in the post. Everything is like face up for him. So he's
Mm.
going to be in the perimeter. You got RJ too. RJ hasn't played the post yet either. He's been mostly like a 3-and-D kind of guy. Just for the most part.
Oh, that's cool. I can't. DeMar DeRozan. Even when I read that lineup, I'm like, nah, because He's not the defender that I want. You know, looking at DeMar DeRozan, I'm just speaking as far as like if I had Quickley in the starting line. Quickley he plays like an undersized two, but today's NBA it's a group effort. You know, not really. It's not really a lot of guys who average 10 assists anymore. No, it's a group effort. You just named Jamal Murray. You know how ball dominant Jamal Murray is, bro. Literally, like I remember me and my bro we watching the Denver game. Denver was in the playoffs last year in the playoff series against the Utah Jazz. Me and my bro watching it. We saying there, we chilling. I'm looking at the fourth quarter. I'm like, yo, bro, Jamal Murray not passing the ball no more, bro. He's shooting every time. Literally, like I said, yo, he's shooting every time, bro. I'm looking. You watching the game. Jamal Murray coming off a screen or Jokic. Yo, bro, he did not pass the ball. Not one time. He passed it for a hockey assist probably like twice. But in this like 5-6 minute span, I think it was probably the game when he went off for 50 plus points. Bro, that man was hot as grease. And when you got your point guards today who really ball dominant like that, then you gotta have a big who can offset his ball dominance, who can spread the wealth. Kind of like, Draymond Green, you got Curry, he's working, you got Jokic, you got Murray, you got, those guys take turns. So, I love that comparison. Just as far as like Quickley and the archetype, but Jamal Murray handle is ridiculous. His handle is so unique. He could get past anybody. We know this. So
he's gotten better and better every year too, though. He's the projection of his stats has gotten better and better every year.
So, man, you got to give me a 3, bro. You got to give me a 3. You got to finish up that point guard. This Quickley at point guard now.
Right.
RJ, I don't care which position, shooting guard or small forward. You got to pick me a player who you will want the Knicks to get if they was to go that route.
But at the same time, I'm still waiting for that center that can shoot a 3. Because in that case, we can get Quickley, Ball, and slide RJ to the 3. And then you got Julius Randle, and then Mitchell Robinson at center.
That could work. But you still need somebody who's opposite of Mitch. Because it's going to come to a point in the playoffs where you got centers who can't space the floor. And in the fourth quarter, you can't play it.
Want to bring KP back?
Oh, yeah. You gonna explain to the people? Oh Lord, explain to the people why you just asked me that. I'm gonna go
because somebody said it on Twitter. Twitter has been like not a hot topic, but it's been rotating. I was watching people talk about KP coming back to the Knicks. Oh my God! First of all, he makes way too much money, so that's not happening. And we're not trading Dallas back their draft picks to bring back KP. But speaking of KP, you got Laurie Marketing. He's a guy that the Bulls I don't think they extended the qualifying offer. Laurie Marketing. We talked about Laurie before. You know what I'm saying? So Laurie Marketing might be a guy that we can probably squeeze in. I also mentioned Kevin Love. People don't like Kevin Love. In that Sexton trade, if he was to bring Kevin Love here, Kevin Love could be the backup center to Mitch.
Nah.
It's always nah. But who's the guy though? Kelly Marketing?
If he averaged 9 rebounds in one season. He played under Jim Boylan. He can space the floor. Is he a center? Is he tough enough for New York? I don't know. But in terms of Mitchell Robinson, I don't need 2 bigs who can't space the floor. If you're watching the playoffs, you got to have some bigs who can shoot the 3. Or they're going to pack the paint.
Julius Randle.
You need more. You need more shooters.
More big men that can shoot 3s. Who's rebounding?
You need more shooters.
Who's rebounding?
Get with the program.
Who's rebounding?
Bro, you get with the program. That's today's NBA. You got to get with the program, bro. You gotta get with the program.
Here's the program. Phoenix has a center. Look at Phoenix's center.
AN is shooting. No, he's dominating.
They're about to win a championship.
Yeah, he's shooting mid-range jumpers. He's not spacing the floor from the three, but his touch around the rim, I think he's shooting like 71% from the field, like 83% in the paint in the restricted area. Like my lord, the man.
Mitchell Robinson led the league in field goal percentages the year before. Remember, people were comparing him to Wilt Chamberlain.
Can we be realistic, brother? Like, the man had 20 and 19, bro. Like, he could go. I love Mitchell Robinson, but AM offense is just so elite, bro. Because you could post him up. He could dive to the rim. He got the mid-range jumper. Got the fadeaway jumper. You know, he could catch the ball. Chris Paul makes him look good. We're not going to sit here and say Chris Paul is not. It's not feeding this guy. So
he was also doing it before Chris Paul.
He was, but he wasn't doing it at this rate.
Like, yeah, I give you that.
Like, you get what I'm saying? So,
yeah.
Man, to that effect, man, Mitchell Robinson, he has to get his offensive repertoire. And plus, if I'm him, it's just for me to him. And I'm Mitchell Robinson. And I'm looking at Phoenix. I want my contract this summer.
Who's that?
I want my money. My money. Mitchell Robinson. I want my money. You know, the only reason why I'm saying it like that is because he already got hurt. You know, I'm hoping he could develop a hook shot. I've been waiting for 3 years. And just telling the truth, man. I watched a lot of Mitchell Robinson. I've been hoping he give me a hook shot for the past 3 years. It's rare. I don't know when we're going to see it. Hopefully I can see it next season. But Thibodeau said something that was very old school. And he said, Mitchell Robinson can shoot, but he has to have a high free throw percentage. And Mitchell Robinson hasn't had a high free throw percentage. So that'll probably say that's probably something we can look at as the reason why Mitchell Robinson hasn't been shooting yet. Yeah. I just don't. You know, he's 275 pounds. He plays
allegedly.
Allegedly, but he plays above the rim. You can't keep jumping over the rim for the rest of your life. He has to develop some offensive game in order to save his body. So you don't got to keep trying to dunk everything. You get what I'm saying? Like them injuries, bro. Like
So then after saying that, what kind of money? What kind of money is he gonna get? Because I'll say it like this. There's another point, another podcast that was going on a tirade, you know, about how people are so stupid they don't know what they're looking at with Mitchell Robinson. And I see Mitchell Robinson jump from you know the Jesus's lap and all the way across the Dead Sea and all the other fucking bullshit to block a shot. Yeah, he also did that at 200 and 15 pounds. Now he's 275, so he's not doing that anymore. They was talking about him averaging 5 blocks a game. Now we'll tape it back down to where it should be, about 1.5. 2 to 1.5 a game now. That's back down to earth. You know, he's gaining weight. You know, somebody that relies on his athleticism is gaining weight. It's not really a good thing, especially somebody that doesn't have any offensive repertoire at all outside of having a quick jump to get the rebound and put it back in. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, that's the question. What money do you give a guy like that? Because after I described him, he sounds like a dime a dozen player.
It's tough because you don't pay. Listen, I think Rudy Gobert contract is an abomination. It's one of the worst contracts I've ever seen. You don't pay $200 million for a guy who's averaging what he's averaging, because at the end of the day, you got to put the ball in the hoop. So if you make it $200 million, you got to put the ball in the hoop. and not at the rate he's putting the ball in. I'm talking about like 25 points or better. You getting that type of money, and that comes with responsibility. So, looking at Mitch in his game right now, probably like 10 million. If he asks for more, then we're gonna have to cause the pause. We gonna have to cause the pause. We're gonna have to see some work because I think you said this to me months ago. He was like, "Yo, Tom Thibodeau had a close up of Mitchell Robinson at the USA Select Camp a couple years ago, and people was talking about how Tom Thibodeau had a close up with Mitchell Robinson, and he was immature, silly rumors, silly garbage. But he had a close up of Mitchell Robinson, and Tom Thibodeau then proceeds to say when he becomes a Knicks head coach, Mitchell Robinson got some maturing to do. I'm just talking about early Tom Thibodeau. We praised him so far this season, but you got to think about stuff like that when it comes to Mitchell Robinson. He don't shoot the ball. That's the main thing for me. So I'm thinking just 10 million, probably like 10 million. 3-4 years. I know it's a team out there though that would definitely give him 70 million off reps. Because if you get it big like that, they'll pay the high. They will. I'm gonna give you an example. Guy that went to the Atlanta Hawks, Clint Capella. He's getting paid the big bucks to do what Mitchell Robinson is supposed to do, but a supercharged version of that. And you just seen him have kind of a productive playoffs. He was scoring, he was doing his thing, getting a lot of rebounds though, affecting the basket, blocking a lot of shots, being effective, switching 1 through 5, and he 70 million. He's getting money. So Mitchell Robinson can make his own market. We can say, all right, man, the hell with y'all. I could just decline this garbage y'all offering me. I could go to free agency in 2022, I think it is, and I'm an unrestricted free agent. So, and I know somebody would pay a center like that, and you need a center. I know a team will pay him at least 70 million. I know a team, if he's on the market, I know a team will pay him 70 million. They need a center.
God bless him. Because we're talking about a guy that averaged on 27 minutes a game, only averaged 8 points, 8 rebounds, 1.5 blocks. You know what I'm saying? So you're going to pay him $70 million? God bless you, man.
70 million. I mean, you see the teams. Teams are paid Mitchell Robinson that, bro. Teams are paid Mitchell Robinson. If he's on the open market, bro, I believe a team will give him 70 million. Honestly.
Yo, who's better, Mitchell Robinson or Valanciunas from Memphis?
Valanciunas, by far. We don't even gotta have that discussion. That's an easy discussion for me. I'm not even trying to be disrespectful. Valanciunas is a dog. He's a dog. Matter of fact, in the game, I think but that was against Maryland's no way. That was against Maryland. But Valanciunas is a dog. I like his game. He can space the floor. He can rim protect. He plays tough. Strong. I think he's like 260. I like Valanciunas. I like some of the Euro bigs.
You can give him the ball, and he can get a bucket if you need it. He makes $14 million a year. Next year he'll be on the last year of his contract. He'll be making $14 million for next year. He had got a 3-year, $45 million contract in 2019.
See, you're gonna get paid. Mitch gonna get. Dog, telling you, bro. You gotta re-sign him this summer, bro. And then it's like the guys that you don't re-sign at the moment that you're supposed to re-sign them. Like, this is how the NBA slipped. Let me break it down to you real quick, right? They put these stupid new rules where you can offer rookies, you can offer a rookie a max deal after the 3rd year, right? So, in hindsight, if that said player don't get that said contract after his 3rd year, he's probably already got 1 foot out the door. Is that possible? Is that possible to think of it that way? Because if you don't give me my contract when we're supposed to get those contracts, it's kind of obvious you don't really kind of believe in me. Because if you believed in me, you would give me that contract as soon as that extension is first day on the line, dog. Teams know they're gonna resign, bro. You know, and if a player who's on a rookie scale deal don't resign in the 3rd season, you gotta look at that a little bit, bro. You gotta look at that a little bit. You got 1 foot out the door.
Well, if Mitchell Robinson can get a hook shot, then then we could talk about contracts. At this point, like I said, is somebody going to pay him $70 million over whatever? It could be over 10 years. You know what I'm saying? If you're going to get $70 million from a team, God bless him. You know what I'm saying? Because he doesn't have a jump shot. He doesn't have a jump shot, jump hook. You can't give him the ball. He can't score. You know what I'm saying? Outside of an alley-oop. But that's an alley-oop. Catching that alley-oop as a big man is not a skill. Everybody could do that. Even Lonzo Ball could do it. Sometimes.
So who's to say? Just being objective here, right? Who's to say that Mitchell Robinson can't really not space the floor? Who's to say it's just the coach is telling him he can't do it, and then when he goes to another team, they'll tell him, "Look, hey, you man, you got to shoot 3 threes a game."
God bless him.
Even after a while, I started seeing Jackson Hayes shoot 3s or something like that. Maybe another team gives him the chance to show his skills.
Yeah, but either you could play or you can't.
That's true.
Because this guy Karl Anthony Towns, he's not shooting 3s because the coach told him to shoot 3s. He's shooting 3s because he's nice.
Yeah, he's dead nice.
Yeah,
he's dead nice. So, if you see when you got it or you work at it, and you get a coach that gives you that confidence to shoot those 3s. I think it's a coaching thing, honestly. If I was a coach, I would tell him, look, man, you shoot 2 3s a game or I'm sitting. Because you got to give Randle and RJ space on the floor. I understand you want to dodge to the basket. But in today's NBA, you just need so even if you don't want to space the floor from 3, space the floor from the mid-range. Coaches see that in practice. We don't see that in practice. We try to speak at the best that we could do. Oh, what's up, son? What's up, OG, son? Shout out to the chat, man. Thumbs up. I appreciate you, OG, for tuning in. That's great.
Well, just if I can throw nothing but Knicks under the bus, is Mr. Sim. He got 2 tapes out there that I've seen of him playing. You know what I'm saying? The first one is when he's busting Isaiah's ass on the court. You know what I'm saying? If you look at that tape, you would think that Sim was like Devin Booker's father or something like that. How bad he was destroying Isaiah in his tape. You know what I'm saying? So that's number one. The number 2 is he has that commercial that he did. I forgot the I think it's booking. Whatever, he did that commercial. They made Sim look like Isaiah Thomas out there in the thing, whatever. The point I'm trying to make is that either you can or you can't. You know what I'm saying? Like you can't force somebody into not being able to do whatever. Either you could play or you can't. They didn't say hey Sim, go out there and shoot 3s. Go out there and take it to the basket. We're gonna make it look good for you. It looked like guys were playing D. It looked like he was sweating. I could see the man boobs jiggling, underneath the t-shirt and stuff. So he was doing his stuff, man. So, either you can or you can't. You know what I'm saying?
Either you can or you can't, man. But it's tough, man. Because I know a team gonna offer him that money, bro. And listen, you got to think outside the box, Diehard. We can view Mitchell Robinson as a guy. Oh, he only could rim run. He can't do a jump hook. It's probably coaching. We don't know, but a team will look at him in free agency and say, "Ooh, that's a center who 23, 24. We got a hole in the center spot. he could defend all 5 positions. Oh, he shot 74% from the field. Why don't we expand his game? Why don't we tell him start shooting some mid-range jumper? Let's offer him 70 million. See if he needs.
God damn! Offer him 70 million off the dream that he's gonna be able to add something to his game.
Not 70 million. All right, 60 million with incentives. What did Clint Capella get? What Clint Capella get? You gotta pay what you weigh. If another team, if another team look at a center like that, bro, he's on the market, bro. You gonna come back to this? You gonna be like, yo, you know what, Steve? I know that what you said was crazy, but you was right, bro.
We've done that before. His name was Jerome James. You know what I'm saying? Jerome James. Jerome James had a great playoff series. You know, that's why Isaiah Thomas gave him that 5-year, $5 million a year contract, because he had a great playoff series where they eliminated somebody. He was on the court with a garbage bag on his back. No, it was Sacramento, I think, because Sacramento had waived him or something like that. So he ended up on Seattle. So he had a garbage bag on his back. You know what I'm saying? You know, dominating series, whatever, to eliminate the team that waived him. You know what I'm saying? And then Isaiah Thomas signed him to a contract, with the hopes that he would become a good player. How did that turn out?
Bro, how dare you compare Mitchell Robinson to Jerome James?
Do I need to pull up Jerome James' stats?
Don't make me pull my ears off my face.
Do I need to pull up Jerome James' stats, though? If I pull up Jerome James' stats, I bet you're going to see a lot of 8 and 8s. I bet you if I pull up Jerome James' stats, you're going to see a lot of 8 and 8s, bro.
Nah, not Jerome James, bro. Not the Mitch, bro. I feel like you being very disrespectful. That was one of the most disrespectful things I've ever heard you say, bro. Literally, like I yeah. Nah, man, not right now, brother. But have a good night, OG. Appreciate it.
Yeah, I don't know what you did, but now all of a sudden your mic is tremendous right now. Your mic is better than it's been all night.
Oh.
You did something. You touched something, and all of a sudden the mic popped on.
See? Nah, because I didn't want it to be like crazy loud.
No, you gotta match me, because guys are saying that my mic is too loud compared to yours.
I apologize, bro.
Yeah.
But we need a floor space and center, bro.
There you go. Very good.
We need a floor space and center, bro. It's so
$70 million though. 70. You're gonna pay.
A team gonna pay him $70 million. I'm telling you, they're gonna pay him $70 million. I'm telling you that.
Shit.
Yeah, you're gonna be holy crap. The way the Atlanta Hawks paid Clint Capella, they paid him that money.
But Clint Capella is averaging double figures rebounding though.
But you don't think in a larger role that Mitchell Robinson can't do that? See, this is the thing. This is why I'm being objective right now, because now you're putting them in the box. Now you're doing what you accused.
But I need him to be in the box. I need him to be in the box. He gotta score down there. He gotta get rebounds, block shots. He gotta be down there.
Oh God.
Holy shit. Yo, Hassan Whiteside.
No, he's not Hassan Whiteside. His work ethic is better, bro.
Yeah, Hassan Whiteside is trash. And also Mitchell Robinson bust Hassan Whiteside's ass at one time. So that's disrespectful. That's disrespectful. But at the same time, if you sign Hassan Whiteside, he's gonna get you Mitchell Robinson numbers. Yo, if you want to sign somebody $70 million, check out what P Love is saying here.
Mm-hmm. I'd rather have Jared Allen than Mitch, and then trade Mitch and move up in the draft and get your stuff. Ta-da! Your idea sounds cool. Here's the issue, though, right? With your idea. And you know what the fans are saying? If the Knicks was to ever let Mitch walk.
For Jared Allen, though? For Jared Allen?
Who?
Jared Allen.
And then on top of the fact that you say move up in the draft, get your small forward. Whoever that small forward we get when we move up in the draft, Tibbs ain't starting it. So we gonna stop that notion right now. Like he's not starting no rookie. So we not gonna hear it.
Would you pay? Who would you pay first? $70 million. Jarrett Allen or Mitchell Robinson?
Mitchell Robinson. In a heartbeat. In a heartbeat. In a heartbeat. But I need Jarrett Allen. Look, hold on. Jarrett Allen is playing with Garland. Mitch playing with Alfred Payton. What are we doing here? What are we doing? He can showcase more. What are we doing? Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. You've been very disrespectful tonight. You gonna stop this madness, bro? I'm not bro. No. Mitchell Ryan, y'all not gonna be that disrespectful on my boy. My boy could go 1 through 5.
But it's not disrespectful. Jarrett Allen can guard 1 through 5 as also. He can guard some players too. Jarrett Allen had a lot of highlight, blocks at the rim. He's not afraid to protect the rim.
Mitch got highlight blocks too. You being disrespectful. You being very disrespectful.
I can't possibly be disrespectful. Jarrett Allen has been averaging 10 points a game his whole career. He averaged 13 points a game last year. He actually averaged 10 rebounds a game in the NBA.
Who is his coaches and who is his point guards? Now you want to have that conversation. Come on, go ahead. Yeah, start it up. I want you to name it. I'm gonna put you on the spot. You're not gonna be disrespectful like this. Because look who his point guards. My man had Fizdale and Alfred Payton. Jarrett Allen had Spencer Dinwiddie, Kyrie, D'Lo. Now he got Garland, Steven Sexton to a. He got Alfred Payton. Really? And you wonder why?
We got Julius Randle. Julius Randle is a second team All NBA player, first time All Star. Led the team in assists.
Why he was that? Because Thibodeau. He was that because of Thibodeau. Don't you do that. Mitch got hurt. We not gonna do that.
If they go ahead.
No, I want you to go ahead because you not go ahead. Go ahead.
Well, I was just gonna reiterate the same thing P. Lover said. If we was to sign Jarrett Allen to let's say we sign him to the $70 million contract like you said, and we traded Mitch to move up in the draft and it doesn't even have to be a small forward. It could just be anybody. Because now like the same narrative that you could say that Mitchell Robinson is this guy, right? If he's that guy, if Mitchell Robinson is that guy, then we can move up in the draft and get Cade Cunningham. Because the way that you're talking, $70 million for Mitchell Robinson, that means that we can get Cade Cunningham by moving up.
I said, listen, let's put it in context, right? Because a team who needs a center is not going to value the way you value Mitch. A team who needs a center that plays defense, who could switch 1 through 5. And mind you heard what Tibbs said. He don't got his free throw percentage ain't up, so we're not gonna allow him to shoot. Tibbs is a drill sergeant. You want them to play a certain way. If another coach get his hands on Mitchell Robinson, and he starts just magically shooting jump shots, and they let him do a little bit more offense, I'm gonna be pissed off with the Knicks, bro. I'm gonna be real pissed off with the Knicks.
If he signed a $70 million contract, I wouldn't be pissed.
Yeah, and he's going to be helping the team win. I tell you that. You don't trade that. You don't trade that. You keep that. I ain't trading. No.
Trade what though?
Trade Mitch. Who I'm trading Mitch for? You been putting me on the spot. You going to stop this?
I forgot all about Jarrett Allen though. If we had the opportunity to sign Jarrett Allen, Mitchell Robinson could go somewhere. He could be out. Because Jarrett Allen will be our starting center. Jarrett Allen, I can give him the ball and he can score. Also, too, we don't lose no defense. He's still defense, and he's a rebound. He rebounds still.
I can't. My heart, I can't do it. No matter how you try to sell, that's one thing I can't buy. That's one stock I can't buy. I can't buy
but
that.
the stuff that you wish Mitchell Robinson could do, Jarrett Allen is doing that right now.
Who was Mitchell Robinson point guards though?
Ay, 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 ay. You got me
Come
sounding
on.
like the dude from the Power Rangers.
You-
Ay, 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 ay.
Come on. Who is Mitchell Robinson point guard? God, Alfred Payton, bro. Come on, bro. Let's see him with a different point guard. You're gonna see a whole different Mitchell Robinson. Somebody give him confidence on the floor. Like what Alfred Payton doing? Like when you imagine you a big man. You know, you in the paint, like you sitting there, you in the paint. Imagine Alfred come up to you like, yo, man, I need you to, space the floor. I need you to stand right. How you gonna look at him? Man, Alfred, if you don't get out of my face, man, if you don't make a 3-point shot, man. like what you,
Yeah, I guess so.
come on now. Come on now. You need a point. Come on now. Mitch need a point guard, bro. He played with Alfred Payne, Moutier, Frank Ntilikina. Frank Ntilikina is not a point guard. When Jared Allen is playing with Garland, Sexton, playing with Kyrie, playing with Spencer Dinwiddie, playing with D'Lo. Come on, dude. Come on. You gotta give Mitch some type of love. Shot 74% from the field, and his point guard was Alfred Payne, Emmanuel Moutier. Really? Really? Come on, dog. You killing me now. You killing me, man. You being very disrespectful. Very disrespectful. I'm surprised you even tried to think. You
$70 million though, man.
you
That's more than $1 in a dream. God damn! What
yo,
you just straight up just give him the jackpot. Don't you even gotta play?
somebody
You
go
didn't even
off
gotta.
on that, bro. All right. The market
Yo,
for the bigs, like Clint Capella, he set the market, bro. You gotta
yo,
pay the way you weigh. I think somebody will offer that. Yeah, I mean, it
who?
sounds silly, bro, but
Well, now let's say who would do it?
it's funny. Now let's go to teams with cap space, right? And so you want to do 2022 teams with cap space right now or 2021?
Do anyway, either one, no matter.
So I know a team like. So you saying to me that Michael Jordan wouldn't give Mitchell Robinson $70 million?
He just paid Cody Zeller, whatever the guy's name, the Zeller guy.
Jordan will find a way. The Hornets need a big, and they got salary cap space. So you got it. The Hornets probably Michael Jordan, but it's really 2022 because this summer Mitchell Robinson has a option, and he's going to you. You got to decline his option this summer, right? So he could be restricted. But if you allow him to go in the next summer, he becomes unrestricted. And that's where things get tricky. And teams with cap space, they'll probably have a shot at Mitchell Robinson. And now, think of some teams who needs a big that block shots and rim protect. And it's a couple teams. But the one that come to my mind the most is the Charlotte Hornets, bro. And I'm thinking about it. I'm going to look at some of the teams right now, right? For 2022.
Well, Boston. Does Boston have money? Boston could use a center, right?
Yeah, but they got Robert Williams, a.k.a. Tom Lord. So I don't think they will be looking for a...
So Robin Williams is better than Mitchell Robinson?
I mean, that's the guy that they drafted. I would think they would want to pay him. I wouldn't think they would... I think they would want to take care of him. I mean, he showed promise. Why wouldn't you take care of Tom Lord? I like his game. He cool.
I got you.
He cool. Why wouldn't you take care of Tom Lord? Come on, dog. I think Boston will resign him. I don't think he's better than Mitchell Robinson, per se. But I think Boston will resign him. I'll tell you that much. I'll tell you that. Well, what's some other teams? Orlando? No. Chicago? No. Well,
Chicago just got a center though.
yes, but Vujacic got to play the 4. He got to play the 4. He's not a rim protecting big, and he's not a guy who you would. I would not want him as my center, honestly. Like unless I got a bunch of great 3-and-D wings, that's the only way. I mean, Jared Allen trade Mr. OKC to get picks. I mean, that's tough. That's tough. That's tough. I can't really do that right now.
If we signed Jared Allen, you could.
I wouldn't sign Jared Allen over Mitch. Why would you do that? What is the thought process behind it? Why Cleveland not re-signing Jared Allen? The only way they wouldn't re-sign Jared Allen, I think, is if they draft Evan Mobley. But it's domino effect, right? Because if Houston drafts Evan Mobley, then Cleveland will definitely pay Jared Allen. Because now they need, you get what I'm saying? Because now they got Mobley, they drafted Jalen Green. And then now they would have to trade Colin Sexton. But if Houston does the okie doke and they pick Jalen Green, I think Cleveland would take Mobley, and I think they would let Jared Allen walk. For me, I think I would play Mobley at the 5. That's just me. I like Evan Mobley. I think I would play him at the 5. You probably play him at some 4, but I think I would definitely play him at the
5. The Mavericks maybe. Do the Mavericks need a center?
Yes,
I think we're not trading with them no more.
No, we not. We done with them. We done with them. And I already told you about Porzingis. So yeah, I don't want to do no business with Dallas.
I don't see nobody else though.
The Lakers? No, because Rich Paul, he fired Rich Paul, so I couldn't see that either. The Clippers?
I don't know about the Clippers. The Clippers got a center that I like more than Mitch over there. I kind of like what's his name, Zubac. I kind of like Zubac.
I don't like him more than Mitch. To be honest with you.
Yeah.
I don't like him more than Mitch.
But how much better is Mitch than to Zubac then?
Wow. He's not dangerous. Wow. Offensively, yes, he's kind of better than Mitch because
Yep, your mic's jumping in and out again, man.
Offensively, he could do some things, Offense, that's tough. I don't like Zubac better than Mitchell Robinson as far as defensively. You can't guard a ghost if it's snapping, honestly. So.
Yeah, I don't know what you did, man. The mic keeps popping out again.
My fault. Zubac is tough, bro. That's a tough comparison for me. But I'll take Mitchell Robinson over him defensively. See, the thing about Mitchell Robinson, you don't know what his offense could be. And will Tom Thibodeau, will he ever allow him to shoot the ball? It's a tough question to ask.
Yeah, but you think Tom Thibodeau's not allowing him to shoot the ball? Or can he not he just can't shoot the ball?
It's coaching. Sometimes it's a coaching or it's a confidence thing. Because hey, if I could really shoot it, I mean, I would break over the play and try to shoot it.
Yeah.
If I'm really confident in my game.
Yo, we've seen Mitchell Robinson shoot the 3, with his cousins when he was playing pickup, putting the ball between his legs and all that stuff. His jump shot is bugged out. It looks, he kind of like shoots and almost hits himself in the face with his elbow, and he kind of shoots backwards, and it's not something that when I see him shoot, I'm gonna be like, yo, he needs to shoot more.
Mm-hmm.
It looks crazy. His jump shot looks crazy. So I mean, guys can get better because like we mentioned this on Twitter. We was talking about what's the dude the Lopez brother that's on whatever for the first 8 seasons of his career, he didn't shoot any threes. But the last 5 seasons, he's been shooting threes like crazy. You know what I'm saying? So it's possible for guys to get that skill, but at the same time, Lopez averaged 20 points a game before he started shooting threes. So he knows how to score. He knows he can shoot. You know, it's just just a three. Yeah. So he already got the skill set in order to say, hey, you know what? Let's see if you can shoot a three. Mitchell Robinson hasn't even shown the skill set to do anything. You know, for me to be like, you know what? Let me let you shoot a three.
That's funny. That's tough. Mitch Robinson is that contract, man. That contract is tough to sell, man. But I'm telling you, man, it's gonna be a team. It always happens when a player get offered a contract when they in unrestricted free agency, and you're like, whoa, what the hell is that? You kidding me? Man.
Shout out to Bad Mojo, man. He just shouted out. You know, Chris Deli is like rolling around. Well, Chris Deli's alive, so I can't say that. You know, but Chris Deli was probably one of the worst shooting big men, and he was white, which was bugged out. You know, you would think Chris Deli, a white guy, could shoot the ball. That motherfucker was like the worst jump shooting big man I've ever seen, man. That guy was crazy. You know, but there's
Josh
video
Smith
of him.
Was bad too.
Who?
Hey, Josh Smith, and he had the confidence of anybody in the NBA to shoot the ball.
But you know, Josh Smith, I wouldn't mind him shooting a three.
I mind it because he wasn't supposed to. No, not at the rate he was shooting threes at. Impossible for you to want that guy to continue to shoot threes and not roll to the rim, not going to the basket. Talented player though, but nah, bro, nah. But at least he had the aggression. He had the aggression to take the three. That's why I'll give that to him. I definitely give that to him. Like he had the confidence. Maybe it's a confidence thing with Mitch, where you can't really shoot. You know, I can't. Like he in the game and he nah, I'm gonna just dump it on. Like it's probably embedded in his brain. Like he don't have the confidence yet. I don't know. It could be different. It's different things, bro. Confidence can be one of them though, because if I'm a confident basketball player, I'm breaking up the play and I'm shooting a three. If I'm that confident, that's just me.
I don't know about that, man. What do you? He said Boost Mobile said all Mitch do. You know, I guess he's talking about rim running. Like you don't need a point guard for a rim runner. Anybody could throw an alley oop to a rim runner. You don't necessarily need a special point guard to do that.
That's true. That's true. I mean, hey, I'm sad, but I'd be sad if Mitch got.
See, that's the thing. It's the emotional attachment. Yo, I drive a Honda Element. You know what I'm saying? I could have upgraded my car many times. You know what I'm saying? I got a freaking Honda Element because I love that car. You know what I'm saying? It goes 0 to 60 in like a minute. It can go 0 to 60 in a minute. You know what I'm saying? If that's if I'm pressing on the gas. You know what I'm saying? I also have another car. You know, I got a Honda Accord. I got a Honda Accord for the family, but my Element is my Element. I had the opportunity to get the Bronco in the summer, but I changed my mind and said, listen, I love my baby. You know, I'd rather put, you know, like $1,000 worth of work into the car rather than get the Bronco. You get what I'm saying? That's the same thing like Mitchell Robinson. Mitchell Robinson is like my Honda Element. Like I know my Honda Element is not the best car, but you know, I think it's gonna be good. You know, and if I could just fix this part of the engine the right way, then maybe I could put a lift kit on there and maybe put turbo on there and that I can make it look like it's fast, you know. But before I put the turbo on it and before I put all that in there, I gotta fix whatever the hell is wrong with the engine. You know what I'm saying? So that thing with the engine might never get fixed. You get what I'm saying? And you know, in the meantime, if I want to get the car that operates well without whatever, then get rid of the Element and just get the damn Bronco. Because the Bronco's gonna do everything that I wish that my Element would do.
Oh no, man! You right now, man.
Oh man!
We gonna talk more. I guess we can end it there.
Oh man! I know we got to end this. Is we kind of getting towards the end of the thing, but I mean I hate deflating you, man. You gotta come at me some kind of way.
Yeah, the Mitchell, because you're not wrong. You get what I'm saying? But in a sense, like, you gotta look at it from the other side of the boot. Like, you gotta pay your own. Like, you gotta treat you gotta treat your people well. Like, the NBA is gonna be seeing how we treat some of these kids. Like, and you never know what can happen, bro. I just don't want to be one of those things where players is talking bad about us or the Knicks treated a player in a certain way. And I think management really wanted to see him start last season, but they was robbed of that because he got hurt. So
Right.
I think we need another season. You know.
Mitchell Robinson has value though. You know what I'm saying. So it would be a waste to have to sign one guy to trade another guy. So I'm with the idea. Mitchell Robinson is our guy. Same thing with Immanuel Quickley and Luka. I feel like those guys already filling spots already. So we really need to fill in the spots that we don't have. Because we got Mitchell Robinson, we shouldn't be looking for a center. Maybe a backup center, somebody that could shoot to add the depth to the team. You know what I'm saying?
No.
But we shouldn't just be, hey, we got to get a center because Mitchell Robinson is pretty good. If we had Mitchell Robinson, maybe we would have did better in the playoffs. So Mitchell Robinson is definitely needed. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, there's holes on the team that need to be filled. Before we start really going crazy with that type of thing.
That's true. That's true. I don't. This Mitchell Robinson convo, man. It's tough, man. It's tough. I wish he didn't get hurt, honestly. And I think we have a better sample size, but and it's gonna be a fun. It's gonna be a funny summer. I say that.
But the thing with Mitchell Robinson too is that we already know what he can do. It's not going to be a surprise. If he adds anything to what he's already been doing, then that's cake. But if he comes in and does what he's been doing, we got a solid NBA center. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not thinking that he could shoot the three, all this other stuff. It would be nice if he added those things to his game. But like I said, he already adds a skill set there that we definitely could use. You know what I'm saying? So that's a positive there.
That's true. Well, wow. Well, I hope Mitchell Robinson here for the long run. That's just me. The Charlie Ward curse. If it's broken this summer, God bless the Knicks, man. We need all that good karma. Charlie Ward was the last New York Knick that was drafted. He signed, and that was 1994. And it's been a long time since the Knicks drafted a player that can be signed. And hopefully it could be Mitch.
What do you think about this though? Is Mitch injury prone?
Wow.
He's injury prone.
Not. Let's wait and see. That's a wait and see for me. That's the best I got for you. I'm not going because you give it 4 seasons and you're like, all right, now we know. Now we know if he gets hurt next season, then I might have to put that label on. But for right now, I just say it was a freak accident. First season with this coaching staff and developmental team. He got to get used to them. So I think I don't mind that too much. Just for me personally, I don't mind that too much. No.
Is Frank Ntilikina injury prone?
Yeah. Yes. I get it. Every year, he got hurt last season. Got hurt the season before. And he got hurt the season before that. After 4 years, I gotta give you the label. He's kind of injury prone, but let's see. Like this is also an excuse for everyone. This is the first season up under a great developmental staff. Because before we didn't have anything, so at least we got these guys.
All right, this is my last question for you. What do you think is underneath Kevin Knox durag?
I go out on a limb and say braids because it's part of the culture. Because Randle wore braids. I think it's part of. I think it's the culture. I think he got braids. Hopefully,
we'll see, man.
Fire lit up on him, bro. He need fire lit up on him. But it was good talking to you, bro. I mean, damn, that Mitchell Robinson. We're gonna have this conversation again. I'm gonna give it.
You got that Kimbo. You got the Kimbo braids. Give me my bread.
The Kimbo look. I give it 2 weeks. We'll see. I give it 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Wow. Damn,
Nice steak, man. I don't want to ruin your night and shit, man.
Oh man, yo, you know I love Mitch Robinson too, man. But
yeah. I'm telling you, he's a Honda Element, bro. He's a Honda Element.
We'll see. We'll see, man. You go, Jared Allen. Oh man, the fireworks. This guy. I can't. Yeah. What is this? Episode 10? Episode 11?
Might be 11.
It might be 11.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I appreciate everybody tuning in, man. We tuned in for the last 2+ hours. Sam, I appreciate you tuning in. Press the likes, man. We appreciate everybody for Nick Nation who show us love. You can find the pod. You can find my pod, State of New York Knicks, on Apple Podcasts. But you can also find Diehard State of Mind on Apple Podcasts. And you can also find Diehard Knicks on Apple Podcasts. So Apple Podcasts, Stitcher, Spotify, everywhere. Play FM.
Yeah.
Everywhere you can find that, man. But you, my friend, about Mitchell Robinson, my friend, I feel I'm telling you right now, I feel
I think it was this. I think it was the Michelob Ultra.
Oh man. But I'm out of here, man. I appreciate this time, man. My fault, bro. I know it's 2+ hours. I know you gotta get back.
I think my wife was already filing divorce papers for me as it is right now. So I'm not really worried about it.
All right, man. Let me go pure on my hands. But I'm out of here, dog, man. We go Mitchell Robinson, man. I'm still mad with you, man. Yo, Nick Nation, I'm out of here, man. Salute to y'all, man. I appreciate y'all, man, for tuning in.
Yeah, peace, guys. Yo, Evergreen, I see you, man. We gotta be. I forgot to hit you up. Tonight would have been a good night to get you on the podcast. But we could be on. Look out for Evergreen. Sure. Evergreen will be on here very soon.
For sure.
So shout out to Evergreen, definitely, man.
Yeah,
shout out to the chat. Yeah,
you
man.
Disrespectful, man.
Man.
I'm out of here, man.
All right, Joe. I see you guys, bro. Peace.